Today we are unboxing the Cyelee Chameleon G-SRS8. That's a mouthful. Is this the best budget-friendly optic for concealed carry? Let's find out. What is up, guys? Will Workman here with Workman Protection, here to give you the skills, tools, and the mindset to protect yourself and your family. If you haven't yet, don't forget to like and subscribe down below so that we can get this content past the algorithm. It ain't always easy. All right, guys, so Cyelee Optics sent me this optic, and I keep wanting to call it a red dot. It's actually the green dot version, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's a really small, simple, budget-friendly optic that could be great for concealed carry. But I want to unbox this for you guys and look at some of the upsides and some of the possible downsides as we go through it. So let's open this thing up. So those of you that have been watching the channel for a while know that I'm pretty new to red dot optics. I've been carrying a Holosun 507C on my Glock 19 for about the last year, but that's really the only experience I have with red dots. So I'm excited to check this one out. This one is like half the price of a Holosun, which is like a third of the price of a Trijicon and a lot of other ones out there. And it seems really minimal. And I've heard a lot of people talk about Cyelee Optics. So when they reached out to me, I was like, hey, definitely willing to check it out. They asked me if I wanted the red dot or the green dot version of this one, and I asked for the green dot just because it's something a little bit different, and I think it will stand out on some targets that may be more colorful. So with this being much more budget friendly, I expect there to be some things that I don't like. I'm gonna be totally honest about that, but I wanted to do this unboxing to give you guys my first impression. So let's open this up and check it out. All right, so they give you a little patch here that's Velcro, so that'll go great on a range bag. That's pretty cool. How to install the battery, shake awake, and operation modes and stuff like that. Most of the time I just look at this when I get lost and can't figure out it after pushing the buttons. This is really cool. This is instructions on how to sight it in, how much to turn the screw to get the result that you want at 5 yards, 10 yards, 25 yards, so pretty neat. Got a nice optic cloth here to clean the glass. Small stickers, so you could potentially put that, I don't know, on a gun or on a holster or something like that. Screws for mounting, more screws for mounting, and your wrenches to change it there. And then here is the optic itself. All right, guys, there's not much to this thing. It's very simple, it's very sleek. I like the design, I like the circle on there. All right, battery is already in there, so let me get this where you guys can, there we go, cool. That looks a lot dimmer on camera than it actually is just because I've got a light shining on here. So that's what the dot looks like. It looks a little bit bigger on camera than it actually is just because of the focus, because it's focusing on the back of the optic there. So yeah, I really like that circle design. It's a much bigger window than I expected. I expected it to be really small, but I think because it's circular, it looks that way, you know, from the side, but when you're actually looking through it, like that's a really big window. I also love that the battery, you change the battery on top of the optic here. You don't have to take the entire optic off. That's what most companies are doing now. In the beginning, that was a big complaint for people with red dots was, you know, I gotta change this battery, whether it be twice a year, once a year, or whatever. And when I do, I have to re-zero my dot every time. So I'm pretty impressed on the onset here. This feels really durable. It's simple. There's not much to it, guys. It's a super simple setup, and I like the look of it. I think it looks really sleek. The buttons are nice and big for adjusting. One thing I'll say about the brightness level too is the buttons are not super sensitive. So I notice on my Holosun, I think there's like 4 different options, but on this one, like, every time I push it, there's like barely a difference. But if you continue to push it, like, yeah, it gets super bright and it gets super dim, but you can adjust it exactly where you want it there, which is pretty neat. The screws for zeroing it are on the side and top here. I assume that they click. Let's test that out. So this is kind of different. The 2 tools that oh crap. The 2 tools that it comes with are like the star screw and then the flathead. And they're 2 different tools. So I guess you have to carry both of these if you want to make sure your red dot is tight and you want to sight it in. I would rather have a tool that kind of has like the flathead on one side and then the star on the other side, but is that a pet peeve of y'all's or is that just me? Let me know in the comments. So I just want to hear if there's an audible click when turning this thing. Awesome, I like that because when you're turning it, I want to hear exactly how many notches I'm going, so if I need to back off, that I'm not guesstimating from there, I'm just going back that certain amount of clicks. Something else that I notice here is with this flathead, the screw itself is pretty darn wide, and then the screwdriver it comes with is pretty darn small. So like it fits and it turns, like it does the job there, but there's a lot of room in there. It doesn't seem like this tool is made for the screw, and the screw is actually pretty shallow. It's not like a really deep groove. So my concern with that would be the more you adjust it, the easier it'll be to strip that screw. So overall for the price point on this one, guys, I think this looks really good. I think it looks durable. It's very simplistic, and I think it's gonna look really good on a gun, and I'm hoping that it functions really well. I think looking through the window there, I just really like the look of that. I like the green dot. I like the big circular window. I'm gonna stick this one on a gun. Let me know in the comments which gun you think I'm gonna put this on, and I'm gonna put it to the test. I'm gonna do another video for you guys, seeing if it works well, seeing what I like about it and what I don't like about it, so stay tuned for that one. Overall, I'm pretty impressed with this optic right out of the box. Just with the price point being so low, it looks pretty comparable to the others that I've played with. If you want to see more videos like this, then don't forget to like and subscribe down below. And until next time, be alert, stand firm in your faith, be strong, be courageous, and let all that you do be done in love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.